Alright, we have another game, and these are actually going to be the same clans as the earlier game, Crane versus Scorpion. This time, this is for, the last game was Season 7 Cup, this one is the Season 7 Amateur Bracket, Top 16. Ooh, and very different splashes. So, the first game I streamed today, it was Crane versus Scorpion, and both of them were on Dragon Splash. This time we have Crane on Scorpion Splash and Scorpion on Crab Splash. So changing it up a little. The Crane Splash is 2 Fate Worse Than Death, 2 Calling in Favors. Calling in Favors will actually be not bad in this matchup, because the Scorpion is splashing 2 Watch Commander and 2 Skirmishers, so stealing those Watch Commanders could be good. And this is one of the new cards here, Court Novus. Gets +2 political while you've claimed air or water. So this is the Scorpion version of Third Tower Guard in Crab. Every clan is getting one of those cards where when you claim a ring, or when you claim one of 2 different rings, then they get some kind of buff. I don't like this one for the same reason I don't like Third Tower Guard. I don't think it's a particularly good card. The Scorpion 1-drops are Bayushi Liar and Manipulator is the other one. Yeah, so I think both of those are much better than Court Novus. But we'll see how this goes. Crane, meanwhile, sees a Guest of Honor turn 1 with 3 Fate. That's pretty good. Let's see. 2 Formal Invitation again in Crane. Any other new cards? Don't see any. Scorpion has 2 Kudaka. That's a card that I really like. Guest of Honor finds Meditations, Contesting Void. And we see a defense. There's the Crane Stronghold. This 1-drop is a Courtier, so if he has any 4 Shames, we might see those now. 3 4 Shames in the deck. Not enough Fate for Fate Worse Than Death, unfortunately. Oh, actually, no, Guest of Honor's in the conflict, so he can't play events. Never mind. He can play conflict characters, though, and we do see the Kami Unleashed, so he actually did have enough Fate, but can't play events. Not sure if I like this. I think it would have been a better play to actually not defend. Ooh, and we see a policy debate, so policy debate is going to be the restricted card there for Crane, running 2 of those. I imagine they both bid 1 here. Let's see, we have Kachiko, Finger of Jade, Forged Shame, Forged Edict, Skirmisher. I think you discard the Skirmisher, maybe. If you don't discard Skirmisher, he's going to get an attack. And he can go Watering and Unbow the Kami Unleashed. So yeah, I think Skirmisher might be the correct choice here. Of course, Kachiko is always good. That is a one-times Kachiko. Does go for the skirmisher there, though. And we see a pass. Were the bids 5 and 5? Yes, they were. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Crane bid 2 on the duel. Interesting. So I guess didn't want a potential tie bidding to win there, because if Scorpion bid 5, it would be a tie. And that actually turns off Scorpion's box also. That's what I was kind of confused about, is why Scorpion had one more honor than Crane. Oh, we see a favorable ground actually to send the guest of honor home. And now going to attack with the Earth Ring. Seems good. No defense pass. There's a fine katana. Gonna try to go for the break, it looks like. And both of these Scorpion characters will stick around. But I think this is a good turn for Crane overall. Wow, 2 katanas on this guest of honor. Yep, so that's going to be a province break. And yeah, I think it was a mistake for Scorpion not to use the stronghold earlier. Earth Ring hits a fine katana, that's good. Or not a fine katana, ornate fan. That's pretty good. You'd rather hit one of the forged edicts probably, or the Kachiko. Those would be the cards you're looking for there, but didn't find it. Yeah, so Scorpion definitely should have used the stronghold before that conflict started, or even just in the draw phase. No reason to wait on that really, I think. Ooh, and Crane does find Yoshi here. So it's a little bit unfortunate that the favor was tied last turn. Yeah, just gonna play the Shigeru. And finds another favorable ground. Wow. All 3 favorable grounds in the first, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards? What are the odds of that? We see a Shoju from Scorpion. Does he have Way of the Scorpion in hand? Not yet. He does have For Shame. So yeah, this, if the guest of honor is not in the same conflict, then this Shigeru is going to have to be kind of careful about that Shoju. Pretty low political stat and high glory. Both going to bid 5. So if Scorpion had used the stronghold first, he would have gone up 11 to 10. Crane would have given him another honor, so it would be 12 to 9, and then one from unopposed, so 11 to 9 instead of 10 to 10. So small misplay there, I think. I guess it's possible though that he just didn't consider. Well, it's open decklist, so you have to know that policy debate's there. So Crane's first player this turn. Let's see. Or not Crane. Yeah, Crane. I think the earlier game today, Scorpion was on the bottom and Crane was on the top, so I'm kind of confusing myself. Let's see what rings are good here. Probably fire is what you want. Water's good also. If you go water, you can prevent the Kami Unleashed from using its ability. But again, fire is pretty good. honor somebody, potentially turn Voice of Honor on, and prevent Shoju from killing Shigeru, most likely, unless there are two dishonors. It looks like we are going to see Fire actually going in with both of these. Ooh, finds Rally to the Cause. So that is a bit unfortunate there. Let me look at Crane's provinces. We have Upholding Authority, Fertile Fields, Manicured Garden, Shameful Display, Rally to the Cause. So, what's under Stronghold? Is it Shameful? Oh wait, no, I'm looking at Crane. I should be looking at Scorpion. Secret Cache, Meditations, Pilgrimage, Shameful, Rally. So yeah, for Scorpion under Stronghold, it could be Pilgrimage, I guess. If it is, I don't really like that. We see the Watch Commander. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why he has Rally in the row here. Maybe it's Meditations under Stronghold? I don't know. I mean, it did its job in this game, I suppose, so it worked out. But, yeah, so Shoju's in the conflict. We have Attacker 5, Defender 4. He might have to just Favorable Ground home now. I think that might be the play. Because if you win this conflict, then sure, you get to honor somebody. Although, depending on what kind of conflict characters he has, it might be worth it to stay in here. See what the decision is. Still waiting, it looks like. So the nice thing about Rally being in the row is that now this is just a farmable province. If it is Meditations under the box, I think Meditations would have been much better in the row since you could void off this Guest of Honor. If it's Pilgrimage, then I think pretty much any other province that could be under the Stronghold would have been better here. We see a Calling in Favors. Gonna steal that Watch Commander. Interesting. And Scorpion can't play any events. Yeah, that Calling in Favors, I mean, that is the card that you want to steal. That and Finger of Jade, he has two of those as well. But I'm not 100% sure why you do it in the conflict. Are we going to see a pass here? I mean, I think the only reason you would do the Calling in Favors during the conflict is if you think that Scorpion's going to play more cards. But, okay, there's a Force Shame. So he's actually going for the break, it looks like. Which I guess is fine. He's just going to try and break the stronghold as quickly as possible. Although again, Raleigh is going to be the most farmable province here, so with that being gone, he'll have to attack into scarier provinces. That is going to be the break, though. And now this guest of honor is actually pretty scary. He's going to be able to favorable ground it into any conflict and have a watch commander and cancel any events. But he'll still need some skill to win this on defense. We see a water conflict with the Kami Unleashed finds shameful display. That's a lucky hit for Scorpion there because Crane can't defend this conflict, so the Kami will be able to sacrifice itself before Shameful Display can get used, either from a conflict character being played or a favorable ground. And you really would like to honor this guest of honor, so that is a bit unfortunate. What you could do, no, that'd be crazy. I was thinking like play a Steward of Law into the conflict, favorable ground the guest in, shameful display to honor guest and dishonor nobody because the Kami's gone, and then favorable ground the Steward home since the Kami got sacrificed, and then 0-0. But that would just be crazy, I think. It is possible, though. I mean, there's no... Yeah, I was about to say there's no thinking that needs to be done here. You don't defend because you have no defenders. What you are thinking about is your first action, and it looks like the decision is to pass. So you actually don't sacrifice the Kami now, you just pass and win the conflict to make Crane lose 1 honor. And then you also want to actually claim the Water Ring. Ooh, okay, he put a fine katana. So now you favorable ground in the guest, I think, and say either you sack this guy or I'm going to dishonor him and honor myself. And he doesn't want to sack him, so yeah, it's a free shameful. Yeah. So that is what he does. Losing Yoshi is not a big deal, I think, because based on the current board state, you're not likely to get favor. Yeah, we see a pass. So now you can shameful, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that, I think, as Crane. This Kami Unleashed is gonna, since the Water Ring is getting claimed here, it means that this Court Novice is gonna be a 1-3. So if Crane has an Assassinate, I would... Oh, you can't play it though because of Forged Edict, unfortunately. If you were sure there were no cancels, wait. He had Forged Edict, right? Yeah, 2 Forged Edicts. Oh, forgetting about Guest of Honor. Silly. Yeah, so Guest of Honor was in the conflict, so he actually could not cancel that. That's a pretty big brain play there, yeah. I was confused for a minute. Ooh, there's another Kami Unleashed, though. That is going to cost the Scorpion player 1 honor. Not breaking Shameful is unfortunate, though. I mean, I guess he could have another Katana. Nope. Just going to break Shameful, or, I mean, win the conflict, not break Shameful. Watering is going to stand up Shoju, and now this Court Novice has +2 political skill. So, I mean, now it's just a free break on Shameful, right? Unless Crane has, I don't know, what could you have? I mean, you could move in Guest of Honor and 4 Shame Shoju to bow him, but then it's still 3 from the Novice. So you'd need something else, like a conflict character maybe. Yeah, and he is going to go for the Void Ring here. Finds a Manicured Garden. Not sure why he doesn't go back into Shameful. It's a pretty free break. And Manicured Garden is going to mean that Crane gets 2 extra fate here. See what cards he has, though. He definitely does not want Scorpion to have this Void Ring. So if he has the cards to prevent it, I think you definitely play them. But we'll see. You can't really play a Steward of Law, because then Shoju just instantly kills it. If you have like 4 Shame on Shoju and then Political Rival maybe, gonna gain another fate. Political Rival would definitely be good. You could just have like all, no, he already played a 4 Shame, so you can't have all 3. We see a Court Games, gonna dishonor the Court Novice. So now if he just has 2 4 Shames, he can just bow both of these. Scorpion has no fate either, so no way to counter it. Yeah, I think double 4 Shame is going to be the play if he has that. There's the first one. I mean, Crane's got to have the other 4 Shame, right? Otherwise, why do you... Oh, Political Rival, okay, that works too. Although I'm not sure why you dishonor the Court Novice, I guess. Like, all that's doing is it makes Scorpion lose 1 honor at the end of the turn. Other than that, it doesn't really do anything. 4 Shame plus Rival is really big there, though. It's going to stop that Void Ring from going off and keep this Guest of Honor alive for 1 more turn. And it also means that Crane gets the Imperial Favor. And Yoshi is here in the Province Row, so I think we might see him come out. It might be difficult for Scorpion to recover from this. Ooh, more Court Novices. Let me see. Oh, Scorpion is actually running Liar, Manipulator, and Court Novice. Interesting. I was going to say if you cut either one of those, then I think that's wrong. But just running all 3. There's only 1 Assassinate in the Crane deck, so he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. We see Yoshi coming out with 2 Fate. Scorpion gets the passing Fate. Yeah, this is a pretty scary board on Crane's side. Scorpion has 7 Fate, so Crane will have to watch out for a potential Fate worse than death. So you might, actually, let me see what cancels Crane has. Crane has 2 Censures, 3 Voice of Honor. Voice of Honor not turned on, but if either of those Censures are in hand, then you're safe to just... Well, actually, you could just go with Guest of Honor to keep Yoshi safe. The point is, you want some way to make sure he doesn't get Fate worse than death. Guest of Honor is probably the safest way. Although you really want to use her for your military attack this turn, if you're planning on using both attacks. 2 Fate on the air ring, that's pretty juicy. Kami Unleashed is going to take that off the table though. Going to go to a face down province. Fertile Fields. It's going to give Crane more resources. I might have just gone at Shameful. No, because Shameful turns on Voice of Honor. I guess you can't really go there. The 2 face down were Fertile Fields and Upholding Authority, so I guess he was hoping he hit Upholding Authority, but did not find it. This is military. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. You don't really want to defend, because he's just going to sacrifice the Kami Unleashed and get the ring effect anyway. But at the same time, if you don't defend, then he has the air ring, and Court Novus gets his +2. But I don't think that matters too much. Like, you probably just let this go undefended. I don't think there's anyone that you really want to spend as a defender here. Considering Yoshi on defense, yeah, he does defend with Yoshi. Gonna see a policy debate. That's pretty good. So that's gonna get rid of any potential fate worse than death, unless he has both of them in his hand, which is unlikely. Ooh, but there's the Forged Edict, and we knew that those Forged Edicts were there, so this could actually potentially be a pretty big mistake if there now is a fate worse than death. Ooh, but there's a censure to cancel Forged Edict, so cancel war happening right now, and Scorpion is out of cancels now because he has no more courtiers to dishonor and he does not have favor. So Yoshi is going to win that duel. We see no fate worse than death. There is, I think you take Kachiko. Yeah, you have to just take Kachiko here. I think that's the only play. Yep, discards Kachiko. There's the Kami Unleashed. Yoshi gets used. And hopefully he doesn't forget. Yep, Fertile Fields. There we go. So that should be it for the conflict then. So far so good for Crane. Pretty low on honor, but that should be fine. So the question now is, what province are you going to hit if you attack here? The provinces that have not been revealed for Scorpion are Secret Cache, Pilgrimage, and Shameful Display. Is that correct? Yeah. Oh, I think I was saying Meditations might be under the Stronghold earlier, but we already saw that. So there, yep, find Secret Cache. So Pilgrimage and Shameful are the other two. I guess Pilgrimage is under the Stronghold, maybe? Not 100% sure. This is going to be a military attack. So we might see that Yojimbo come down here. Although it would cost an honor to play it at this point. But I don't think you can really give up this break as Scorpion. Like, you probably won't lose this turn still, but I don't know. It kind of depends on what he sees off of this Secret Cache, I think. So, it looks like he found a card. We see... What just happened? He played a Watch Commander on Shoju during the conflict. It looks like Crane forgot to trigger Watch Commander on that. Not really sure. We see a Way of the Crane to honor Guest of Honor. There's a pass, so he's just going to let this break happen. I guess he wanted to play the Watch Commander so it didn't get discarded. That is the only Watch Commander he has left. So that makes sense. Finds the other Forged Edict with the Earth Ring. Currently a dead card, so probably fine for Scorpion. Ooh, Noble Sack. This is pretty big. So yeah, Guest of Honor got honored just now with the Way of the Crane, and now he used Noble Sacrifice on Shoju. So that might actually just be the game here. Because Scorpion's Stronghold is at most 6 strength. And he's coming in with 6 here. He's going to covert one guy, although favorable ground. So yeah, it probably actually won't be the game. Scorpion should be able to defend this, I think. Maybe you attack here with Fire or Void. Probably Fire. I don't know, it's tough. Whatever you don't take, Crane is going to take. Or he could just not defend with anyone if he's afraid of the stronghold break happening. Yeah, just passes the conflict. Yep, and we see Pilgrimage under the Stronghold, contesting the firing. So Pilgrimage here, yeah, Pilgrimage under the Stronghold. I was talking about that earlier. For some reason he put Rally in the row, which I disagree with. Pilgrimage under the Stronghold is kind of cute, I guess, but... Oh, he didn't get the airing, so this guy's still 1. But yeah, it doesn't actually stop you from losing the game. Whereas Rally to the Cause could delay another turn. Like, Rally in this situation would have been just infinitely better, right? Yeah, Rally under Stronghold would have just sent both of them home. So, I think that is a mistake. Not to put Rally under the Stronghold. Ooh, we see a Force Shame to bow the Court Novus. So it looks like we might just see a break here. Oh, there's a Force Shame to dishonor. So Crane will need another card. That does mean Scorpion has to discard a card, though. Court games, and a pass. So that will be the game, it looks like. Also, Rally on row is farmable after reaction, which diminishes Scorp's entire row. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of reasons that Rally to the Cause is not that good in the row, as Gyro is pointing out in the chat. And I think this game was a good example of that. Might have gone a little bit differently if these two had been reversed, but no way to know for sure. Yeah, Crane did get some pretty good luck that game, pulling some important cards with those policy debates. And then that Noble Sack was pretty sick as well. Not to mention seeing a guest of honor turn 1, that's always nice. Alright, well that is going to be it for this game. Kinganj will move on to the top 8. Let's see, so top 16 submit by 7:20, that's this Friday. So the top 16 matches should all be happening this week, as well as the round of 32 for the Discord Cup. Hopefully I'll get to stream some crab games at some point. That would be enjoyable. I did get to do the Mind's Desire versus Zelo one the other day, but there are a lot of crabs in the cup, so hopefully we get some crab games. But yeah, that'll be it for this game, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.